Hey everyone, this is Charles with Run Repeat with a review of the Hoka Toa. Hoka calls the Toa a speed hiker, which is meant for fast packing. That's just hiking, but faster. Hoka tried to make a hiking boot that would be as light as possible, and what they produced is a platypus. It's an odd mix between a trail running shoe and a genuine hiking boot that will fill a very specific niche, but will be a little bit awkward outside of those narrow conditions. It's a cool idea and concept, and kudos to the Hoka design team for trying it out, but I'm not sure how well it works in practice. I would recommend the Toa if you're going to be doing some speed hiking through wet conditions where extra ankle protection and waterproofing is a must, either because you have a tendency toward ankle sprains or are going through terrain with significant natural hazards like snake bites, poison ivy, or that sort of thing. So if that sounds like a shoe you'd be into, here's a full review from top to bottom. On top you have a fully waterproof upper, and for a fully waterproof shoe the Toa is remarkably breathable. For a mid-cut boot it also has good flexibility, with no noticeable pressure on the Achilles tendon or the ankle. That said, opting for a fully waterproof above the ankle upper comes with trade-offs. Waterproofing prevents the upper from breathing quite as well as non-waterproof shoes. It traps in heat and it prevents easy draining of water if it does get saturated during deep stream crossings. Mid-height ankle protection also has its trade-offs. It's good if you have a tendency toward ankle sprains, but I think for most trail runners or speed hikers that extra rigid material wrapping the ankle will be overkill, constricting movement and trapping in heat. I tend to prefer a shorter ankle height shoe with a pair of gaiters attached. My last reservation about the upper is durability and protection. I personally did not have any major issues with early wear and tear, but many reviews on Hoka's webpage complain of fraying, detaching overlays, and other failures in the upper that occurred after just a few miles of hiking. And I believe it. Hoka says it did everything possible to cut weight in the shoe, which tends to mean removing structural components on the upper that leaves a lighter but less durable and less protective shoe. The Toa's upper felt a little bit flimsy for a hiking boot, and I can easily imagine it breaking down prematurely. If I'm going out in the wilderness, I usually prefer a more durable, reliable upper that I know will hold up for 1,000+ miles of wear, even if that means going with a little bit heavier boot. The midsole of the Toa was also a little disappointing. When I think of Hoka, I think of the brand's famous maximalist cushioning, but the Toa is more of an average amount of cushioning. And while I can appreciate Hoka's attempt to offer a wider range of cushioning options in a boot that will feel familiar to most hikers, this choice puts the Toa in a wide range of traditional stack height shoes where other options just perform a little bit better. The Toa ends up feeling a bit like a slightly worse knockoff of a regular stack height fast packing shoe like the Ultra Lone Peak Mid, rather than that familiar tried and true maximalist cushioning we've come to love from Hoka. Now, the most impressive part of the Toa is its outsole, which has a Vibram Mega Grip rubber that gave great traction over a wide range of wet and dry conditions. Moving over slick rocks during hard rain, I never felt like I was losing my footing, and the outsole is impressively durable, showing very few signs of wear after 50+ miles of hiking. So if this platypus is starting to sound a little bit too awkward for you, don't worry, there are other semi-aquatic critters in the pond. For those going fast on the trails, you might want to check out the Hoka Speed Goat Mid WP, which is also waterproof and offers robust ankle protection, but it's lighter than the Toa at 12.6 ounces, and it has much more cushioning, and it has a smoother heel-toe transition. Another option is the Ultra Lone Peak Mid or RSM, which is also waterproof with mid-height ankle protection, but it's lighter than the Toa at 12.9 ounces and has fewer complaints of durability issues. So that's my review from top to bottom. For more details on the Toa, see my full written review on Run Repeat. You can also find many more expert reviews on the Run Repeat website. It's a great tool for choosing all kinds of footwear. I hope this review was helpful for you. Thanks for tuning in, and happy trails.